The Kite and the Cloud Shadow. The wind was still, the sky a perfect blue canvas, but high above, a lone kite tugged at its string, eager for freedom. It soared bravely in the silence, its bright colors catching the sunlight. Below, on the soft green grass, children laughed and ran, their shouts blending with the faint sound of the wind. But the kite was restless. It had always admired the cloud shadow, the way it drifted lazily across the earth, casting a cool, soothing embrace on everything it touched. The kite envied that calm, the way the shadow never needed to fight against the air, never had to struggle for space. It just moved, effortlessly, sweeping across the land, untouched by the pull of gravity, never faltering. The kite tugged at its string, desperate to break free from its tether. It longed to glide, to float like the shadow, to be free from the constraints of the string, from the pull of the earth. It wished for a gust of wind to carry it, to lift it higher into the sky, beyond the reach of the child who held its string. But the wind didn't come. The kite's movements grew more frantic, its fabric flapping in the stillness. It strained against the invisible force that held it down. The kite's envy turned to frustration. Why should the cloud shadow have all the freedom? Why should it just glide effortlessly, while the kite had to fight for every inch of air? Then, in the silence, a voice whispered through the sky, soft, almost a breeze, yet sharp with truth. The shadow doesn't need the wind. The kite paused, its fabric still. It had been so focused on the shadow's grace, on the freedom it seemed to possess, that it had forgotten something simple. The shadow didn't fly. It didn't need the wind. It wasn't held by strings or the weight of a body tethered to the earth. It was simply a reflection, a passing moment, fleeting but serene. The kite, on the other hand, was not meant to be like the cloud shadow. It was meant to soar, to dance with the wind, to find freedom not in stillness but in the flight itself. And so, the kite settled. It stopped fighting against the calm and allowed itself to rest, its colors bright against the sky, waiting for the wind to return. As the day passed and the sun began to set, a gentle breeze stirred, ruffling the kite's fabric. With a soft tug, the wind returned. The kite lifted once more, soaring higher into the air, no longer envious of the shadow, but embracing the thrill of the wind beneath its wings. It was not the cloud shadow it had wanted to be, but it was something better. It was itself. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.